We are now officially halfway through the 18-week marathon.
Ravens in a very tough division with everybody above 500 are 7-2. Wow, amazing.
Buckle up for another week of chaos as we dive into the Week 10 edition of the 2023 NFL Power Rankings. Number 32, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 32. Sunday afternoon in Cleveland was a new low for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray may finally return against Atlanta this Sunday. If he does, can Murray do enough to prove himself as the long-term answer at QB whilst taking Arizona out of the Caleb Williams sweepstakes? Number 31, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 31. The Panthers put up little effort against a Colts team that entered Sunday with 3 straight losses. Bryce Young's arrival was supposed to inspire new life into this franchise. But at this rate, most Panthers fans probably just can't wait for the season to end. Number 30, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 30. The Bears gave the Saints a scare in the Superdome in a game that they had absolutely no business winning. So hey, that counts for something. With Bagent looking just as good, if not better than Justin Fields, it just feels like Chicago's poised to draft a new QB in 2024, right? Number 29, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 29. At this rate, it is impossible to put any positive spin on the Patriots. Having lost to Washington at home on Sunday, they're now 2-7 and already just one loss away from matching last season's L total. At least every loss for New England puts them one step closer to Caleb Williams. Number 28, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 28. Hard to hate on the Giants for losing to a re-energized and motivated Raiders team after losing starting QB Daniel Jones in the first quarter with what turned out to be a season-ending ACL tear. Not exactly the most fun day. Number 27, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 22. Yes, they were missing Matthew Stafford for Sunday's contest at Lambeau Field, but excuses do not help the win-loss column. Now at 3-6, the postseason is clearly a pipe dream for Sean McVay and company. Number 26, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 23. Eesh, what a letdown by the Tampa Bay defense. Baker Mayfield puts together the drive of his career and hits Cade Otton for the go-ahead TD with 46 ticks remaining. Then the Bucs let rookie CJ Stroud march downfield and hit Tank Dell for the game-winning score with 6 seconds remaining. Ball game over, Texans win, and that marked a 4th straight loss for the Bucs, who are quickly falling out of the running for the NFC South. Number 25, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 20. The Titans nearly pulled off a thrilling last-second comeback in Steel City, but Quan Alexander's goal line interception put a halt to more Will Levis magic. Yeah, definitely a tough loss to stomach, but it's also hard not to love what we've seen from Levis so far. Number 24, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 27. With no Matt Stafford on the field, the Packers took advantage of the opportunity to finally end a 4-game losing skid. Hey, nice to see Jordan Love and Aaron Jones provide new sparks for the offense. Number 23, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 17. ESPN's Matt Miller summed it up perfectly on Sunday. Arthur Smith once again baffled everyone with his minimal usage of Bijan Robinson, who only saw 11 carries on the day. Oh, and the Falcons dropped another coulda, woulda, shoulda game, 31-28, losing to Josh Dobbs' Vikings in a last-second heartbreaker. Losers of 5 of their last 7, Atlanta looks like they'll just gladly hand the NFC South to the Saints on a silver platter. Number 22, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 26. The Agents of Chaos were at it again on Sunday. No more Chase Young and no more Montez Sweat somehow led to a fine defensive outing in Foxborough, paving the way to a 20-17 win that snapped a 2-game losing skid. Number 21, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 25. The Colts got the last laugh on old friend Frank Reich handing his Panthers another disheartening loss. Indy won't be a playoff team this year, but the fact that they've already matched last year's win total with 8 games to go speaks volume of first-year head coach Shane Steichen. Number 20, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 24. Hey, look! The Raiders made a much-needed coaching change and won a game! Who saw that coming?
I can't say I didn't see this coming.
Vintage Josh Jacobs returned under new interim head coach Antonio Pierce, racking up 98 yards and 2 rushing scores. Vegas made easy work of the hapless Giants to improve to 4-5, keeping their awfully slim postseason hopes alive for the time being. Number 19, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 19. The Broncos entered their bye week after stunning Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs in Mile High City. Perfect time time for the bye because the Broncos will have needed all the time possible to prepare for Buffalo and a boisterous Bills Mafia crowd on Monday Night Football. Number 18, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 12. The Jets defense had few answers for Justin Herbert. Zach Wilson had 0 answers against a mediocre Chargers defense, and the result was a humiliating blowout loss at home that ended the club's win streak at 3. Now at 4-4, the Jets' playoff hopes are back on thin ice. Number 17, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 21. All CJ Stroud did was throw for 470 passing yards, a single-game rookie QB record, and 5 touchdowns, capping the day off with the last-second TD strike to Tank Dell. Houston's improbable comeback win over Tampa moved them back to 500 and just 1 game out of a playoff spot. Number 16, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 18. The Bolts made easy work out of Zach Wilson's Jets, erasing an ugly 2-4 start to get back to 500. So the hashtag Fire Brandon Staley crowd will have to stay quiet for the time being, unfortunately. Number 15, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 16. The Steelers just keep pulling rabbits out of their hats and squeaking out ugly wins. On one hand, it's a testament to Mike Tomlin's incredible coaching job. But on the other hand, it sure would be nice to see this offense put together a full performance for once. Number 14, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 15. So, does Josh Dobbs get comeback player of the year honors if he somehow leads his new team to the postseason? I mean, this guy had, no time to learn the Vikings offensive playbook nor the names of his teammates. Yet he replaced an injured Jaron Hall and led Minnie to a dramatic last-second win over the Falcons. On the road, no less. Dobbs' 2 TDs led Minnesota to a 4th straight win, and just like that, they are now proud owners of the final wildcard spot in the NFC. Number 13, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 14. It was closer than it should have been, but the Saints depowered the club to a tight home win over the Bears. Hey, you don't get style points for how y'all win in football, and losses by the Bucks, Falcons, and Panthers are extra cherries on top of a delicious Sunday for the Saints. Number 12, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 9. To their credit, the Bills finally showed up in the 4th quarter, but it was too little too late in a maddening 24-18 loss. So Buffalo is now 5-4 and outside of the playoff race with games against Philly, KC, Dallas, and Miami still on their schedule. Number 11, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 7. A chance to widen their lead on the 49ers for the NFC West Division crown, and the Seahawks instead just slept through the entire game. Geno Smith looked like the pre-Seahawks version of Geno Smith against the Ravens in their top-ranked defense. Seriously, Pete Carroll needs to consider giving Drew Lock a look. Number 10, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 10. The bye week came at the perfect time for a slumping 49ers team that has dropped 3 in a row. Additionally, the bye gave Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams extra time to rest up and get healthy. Number 9, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 13. Browns deflexed their muscles once again and downright humiliated the helpless Cardinals in a much-needed win that brought them back to 2 games above 500. The Deshaun Watson-Amari Cooper connection had his best outing yet in 2023, with the latter hauling in 5 catches for 139 yards and a touchdown. If the Cleveland offense can build off this win, there is no telling how dangerous they'll be in the AFC. Number 8, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 6. Honestly, did you expect anything else? When was the last time the Cowboys won a big road game against an elite opponent? At 5-3, the Cowboys could be in a much worse spot, but their road loss to Philly essentially ended any remaining hopes of claiming the NFC East Division crown. Number 7, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 5. Well, that was disappointing. Tyreek Hill had a lackluster outing against his old team, and Miami's offense once again folded against a team with a winning record. It's going to be tough to take these guys seriously as a contender unless they beat an actual playoff contender. Number 6, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 8. The Lions jump up 2 spots during their bye weeks thanks to some awfully disappointing performances by other top 10 teams. And if you look at their cakewalk of a schedule, it is not too far-fetched to think that they'll be in the top 5 before too long. Number 5, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 11. Oh yeah, these guys are definitely back. 1 week after embarrassing the 49ers on their own turf, the Bengals flew back home and handed Josh Allen's Bills another loss in primetime. The final score says 24-18, but trust us, it was not that close. Number 4, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 4. No move for the Jaguars, who enjoyed a Week 9 bye following a statement road win in Pittsburgh. Now grab your popcorn and saddle up for a can't-miss Week 10 afternoon game against the 49ers in the Trent Baalke Bowl. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 3. The Chiefs once again pushed aside another AFC heavyweight, trying to stake their claim as the team to beat. Yep, the more that stays the same. The Chiefs now head into the bye week before the granddaddy regular season showdown of them all. A Week 11 home contest against the Eagles in a Super Bowl 57 rematch. Number 2, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 2. Does anyone know how to stop these guys? The Ravens just soundly defeated a dangerous Seattle team 37-3, even though Lamar Jackson didn't throw or run for a single touchdown. Jeez, good luck stopping Todd Monken's offense while also trying to solve a D that's allowing a league-low 13.8 points per game. Number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 1. The Eagles asserted themselves as the team to beat once again by dominating Dallas in a 28-23 win. Don't let that score fool you. Nick Sirianni's squad was in control of this game from start to finish. A true team effort propelled the Eagles to the 8-win mark, making them the first team to hit that feat. But what changes would you make to our Week 10 power rankings? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.